Hello, my beauty. More red flags? Do you want to know more red flags? Somebody's talking. They're telling you something. Then they're jumping over bits and it doesn't quite make sense. So you slow them down. You go, hang on a minute. What? And then they say something else. And then it still doesn't make sense. My saying is, if it doesn't make sense, there's no sense in it. It is a clear example of someone not quite telling you the whole story. They're skipping the bit that they think that you don't need to know. They're making a choice about removing information, removing a part of the story, of their explanation that they believe is in their interest to take out. That could be for many reasons. That could be for fear of judgment. It could be fear of putting a different slant on it. But that shows that they are manipulating their story and the information that they're passing on in order for you to draw a conclusion that is carefully curated for them and their interests. Because if they were being fully honest with you and they gave you all the information and allowed you to make up your own mind, they can always add in, obviously, this, that and the other and mitigate what they're trying to say or add to the truth for you to understand their perspective or for you to fully grasp the shape of what they're trying to say and why they're saying it. But they're not allowing you the freedom to do that. They are removing that information because they are not prepared for you to know something that they think is a risk that you could make up the mind on, let's say, the actual truth. They are avoiding the information that could take you to a conclusion that is closer to the actual truth. They want you to be fully on board with their version of events. So they are removing any part that they deem could lead you to think it could be ambiguous and there could be another side to this. Now, if you take that on and you feel that red flag, feel it in the energy, because this is how we feel it. We feel it in our energy. We don't necessarily understand that it's words that are missing or something. It is a state of being. It is a feeling of confusion, of, hang on a minute, that doesn't quite make sense. Because remember, we're thinking these things in split seconds. Hang on a minute. What? And then if we try and get clarification and it doesn't make sense, and then one more time, so it's up to you how many times you want to get that clarification. But if you come away from it still not quite understanding what was said or why this was said or what happened in between these parts, the chances are that that information has been purposefully taken out in order to manipulate your perception of the story that they were giving. This is a manipulation technique. This is something that we see teenagers doing. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. If you gave him the 50p, then why did this, and this? And we're more used to challenging closer members of the family or people that we already understand will do that to us. We gain a confidence to know that, hang on a minute, I need to dig down a little bit deeper in this. The issue comes from new people that you want to believe, you want to understand. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt. You're not 100% sure that that's what they're doing. So you give them the benefit of the doubt. But it's a red flag. It's still a red flag. And what you need to do is keep that at the forefront of your mind before moving into a more in-depth, committed relationship with that individual. That way, you are preserving the integrity of your relationship. Because inevitably, when you get pulled into those relationships and you flag that up, well, hang on a minute, that's not right, this, and this. And as a parent, it's something that you can do. Well, hang on a minute, you're not making much sense there. Let's just go back over that. You are still their parent. They are still your offspring. And it's a blip in your relationship. But somebody who is going to cause you problems down the line, they will turn that, they will twist that, and they will suggest, by you questioning them and you saying, well, hang on a minute, they will then, if they find that that is a stumbling block and that you're not taking up on board their story or you're questioning them, they will start to attack. They will start to suggest that you're not listening to them, that you're not very bright, that you don't understand. They say, I'm not going to keep going. And you don't know what I'm talking about. Forget it. Well, no, don't forget it. Remember that red flag. Because then they're moving on to the next stage, the gaslighting. The gaslighting to make out that it's your problem that they aren't communicating in a clear, full way so that you understand what they're saying. You ask again. You're asking nicely. You're asking just normally. And then they get angrier. And they start to get, accusatory with you. They're all tactics. They're all red flags that they are trying to dissuade you from pursuing what you instinctively feel and instinctively know to be a red flag. Hope that helps.